Hey guys, just wanted to go over these new changes to some of these uniques here. So we have 3 for the Druid, Great Staff of the Crone, Mad Wolf's Glee, and Storm's Companion. All of these are actually extremely relevant to our build because when you play Companion Druid and you put Aspect of the Alpha on, it's going to turn your Werewolf into a Werewolf skill now. So that means we gained an additional 5 ranks to that chess piece, as well as you have Storm's Companion, which has had an interesting change. They switched it to Wolf attack speed, which is nice. Plus 4 to 5 ranks of wolves, which is, I think that's similar to what it already was. But then it has a lucky hit chance for the pack leader spirit boon, which is kind of insane, actually. This is pretty wild, regardless of the build you're playing, because that's a massive lucky hit chance boost for this. So you should be proccing things like mad, pretty much regardless, whatever basic skill you're running. So this right here is a big enough change to where, before I was saying you need to run Claw because mathematically speaking, it's better than running Maul, just because of the way stats work and stuff like that, and the fact you have a chance to attack twice. But now with this, you can probably run Maul or really whatever you want in the basic skill slot. Maul and Claw are still probably going to be best, but there's probably a decent argument now that running Maul is gonna be better. But I don't know. We'll see what happens later on, but yeah. And then coming up here to Mad Wolf's Glee, you have +4 to this movement speed ability, which is actually super sweet change, by the way. That's actually awesome. 13 to 17.5% to Lupine Ferocity's damage bonus, which is also pretty interesting. Werewolf, and then it says Werewolf attack speed again, and then maximum life. So honestly, I don't like that they took the damage reduction off of this, but at the same time, this is a pretty crazy item, even I think for Companion Druid too. But I don't know if it's going to be ran just because you're going to have to give up another defensive slot because we already run, we're already running Storm's Companion, which is going to take up, a defensive slot. So I don't think this can be ran at really high levels of gameplay, but at the same time at lower levels this is probably going to be super good. And who knows, I could be wrong about that. I'll end up testing it when things go live. And then another thing here, Great Staff of the Crone. I mean, it's not really relevant to our builds, but I did find it interesting. So Storm Strike chains to 2 targets, +2 to 4 basic skills. Claws now Storm skill and also cast Storm Strike at 2 and 120. This is just buffed. I think this is just higher, so that's pretty cool. But yeah. And then also on the PTR, Storm's Companion was actually making the Wolves a Storm and a Nature Magic skill. However, I couldn't actually get any of that stuff to work with it. So I don't know if what's going to happen with that. But if it turns out that does make it a Storm and a Nature skill, that means the build is going to be even crazier. I mean, honestly, this change right here is just such a overall just such a buff in general for Storm's Companion. I think it might have lost some ranks though, because I want to say base it would go higher than this before, but that's still fine. For what we actually got out of this, I think is totally worth it. So I'm not really too mad about that at all. And this goes all the way to 17.5. If these are just the base numbers, and you think about increasing them with masterworking, that's gonna be it's going to be a lot of lucky hit chance, because you'll be able to increase this 85 by 50%, which is going to take it up to 120. This is going to go all the way up to 25% damage reduction, which is pretty relevant when you consider that you can't get damage reduction on normal items like normal legendaries anymore, like in the past. So this actually kind of almost makes up for the fact we're losing a slot. So I am definitely interested to see how this stuff goes. But yeah, I got a comment yesterday asking me about it, and I didn't even realize this had been released. So another interesting thing here that I just wanted to point out, because we did get some more information, it looks like, about the skills. So Runeworker's Aspect, they released what they're going to change it with. So critical strikes are storm skills that you cast charge the air around you, causing a lightning bolt to appear up for your lightning bolts deal 20 to 40% more damage. So that's, pretty a lightning bolt appear like hit an enemy, and that's pretty okay actually. 250 to 350% lightning damage compared to a flat amount, so this is going to scale pretty hard. That's kind of interesting. Aspect of retaliation going up. Oh, and then rabies. This is one I was interested in because they made this baseline, but they made the spread distance by 70%, which is pretty nice because of the fact that one, it has a high lucky hit coefficient, but two, just being able to keep for it to spread further and not die off as fast is going to be pretty nice. So I don't know, it might actually be worth it to put 3 points in there if we can, but we will see. We will definitely see how that ends up going. But yeah, that's going to be it really for the Druid stuff here that I felt was relevant to talk about. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Just want to give you my thoughts. So like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.